The one we're going to discuss today is called the Recapture Clause. Generally speaking, what a recapture clause allows a landlord to do is to take the space back upon certain conditions. So something would cause the recapture clause to be invoked. And one scenario that would cause that is, for example, a situation where you, if you're the tenant, are attempting to sell your business or transfer the business to somebody else, and so you'd like that lease to be assigned to that other party. When that happens, you give your landlord notice to review the new applicant, and then when that happens, the landlord can have the right, if it's such negotiated into the lease, that they can recapture the space by giving written notice to the lessee that they are planning within 30 days to take the space back. Your best case scenario, if you're the lessee or the tenant, is to negotiate that completely out. You would prefer to have the landlord have the ability to take the space back at any time during the lease, because you planned ahead to have that space as yours to operate your business for a set amount of years for that lease term. So that's the best case scenario, negotiate the clause out completely. If it's not possible to negotiate that clause out completely, what you would like to do as a fallback position is try to negotiate multiple options to deny any request for recapture. So for example, you may request to do a recapture you may request to do a transfer this year. What you'd like to do is, if that clause causes a recapture clause to potentially be invoked, you'd like to have the right to deny that. But what you don't want is that right to be just a one-time thing only. You'd like to have it for multiple occasions, that if you try to then do an assignment a year later, or maybe 2 years later, and then another one a third time, 3 years later, that you would have the right to deny that as well. Now, reason why you want to have multiple abilities or options to do that is that there may be some other scenarios that cause a recapture to be potentially available to a landlord. Also, even if it's just strictly limited to assignments, there's a situation where perhaps you attempt to do an assignment but it does not pan out. You don't want to have wasted your only ability to block a recapture at that point, because you may need to attempt a transfer, let's say 6 months, 12 months, or even 18 months later, and you'd like to have the ability to block that clause there. So again, every lease is unique and different. The laws vary from state to state, so have your lease looked at by professional legal advice. And if you have any further questions, you're definitely welcome to browse the other videos here that are on YouTube. Thank you.